Hello, friends. Good morning. In the last class, we have derived the equation for the time required for emptying a tank when area is constant. We got the equation T is equal to T is equal to 2A whole multiplied by root h1 minus root h2 divided by CdA root 2G. If the tank is to be completely emptied, then H2 is equal to 0. We have substituted in this equation to get T is equal to 2 times A under the root H1 divided by CD small a under the root 2G. Now, we will see how the time required for emptying a tank through a small opening, of course, when A is variable. Suppose you take or consider a tank of this shape. Suppose if this is one level, this is the second level, this is the third level, say. This is the orifice we have provided here. First, let me consider this is the head H. This is the head H. Let me consider this is the head H. Then the area at this stage is entirely different than this, means it is greater than here. When compared to this level, again this is greater than this is much greater than this. That's why area keeps on decreasing. Whereas in the previous case of area constant, at any head H above the orifice, area in plan of the liquid surface will remain unchanged. Whereas here, the area of the liquid surface will keep on changing as the water leaves the tank through this orifice. That's why in this first case, when area is constant, then you have to express Q in terms of small h only. Q is to be expressed in terms of h only. Whereas in the other case, that is when A is variable, means different, then it becomes necessary to express both capital A, that is area, as it is changing, and discharge Q in terms of H. This is very, very, very essential. This concept, if you understand, then there should not be any problem for you to understand the expressions or derivation steps. Is it clear now? Now we will go to the variable area. Area is variable. That is hemispherical tank case we will take. Case 2. Time required for emptying a hemispherical tank. As I have already drawn and shown, a rough figure. Of course, this is very neat figure. This is provided by Professor Taji sir. He is my colleague. I am more grateful and thankful to him. I can show such a beautiful figure, right? Now, consider a hemispherical tank containing some liquid and fitted with an orifice as it is at its bottom as shown in the figure. These assumptions are same. Let R be the radius of the tank, small a area of the orifice, H1 initial height of the liquid, H2 final height of the liquid, capital T time in seconds which is required for the liquid to fall from height H1 to H2. Where is H2? Here. H1 to H2. What is the time what is the time required? What is the time required we should calculate, is it not? Let us come here now. Let at any instant of the time, as we have explained in the previous case also, let small h be the height above the device, here above the device, and let it fall through small dh in small time dt seconds. Therefore, Q discharge through the orifice is equal to same CdA root 2G into dt. Here, area of liquid surface at that instant means at this head small h above the device, A is equal to pi x squared, where x is this distance, C to D. CD is x. That is required to be calculated. For that, we have to construct the figure in such a way that it becomes right angle triangle CDO. Now, CO is nothing but the radius R, where CD is x, and D, suppose if you call this as A, then DA also, suppose if I call A, DA must be equal to CD, that you have to calculate. So that is being calculated here. Root 2GH, let the height of the liquid, therefore dt is equal to ADH, that is equal to pi x squared into dH. Pi x squared into dH, that is the equation number 1. Now we will go to the next. Also, volume of liquid flowing through the orifice in time dt is equal to CD multiplied by area of orifice into velocity into dt, that is equal to CD multiplied by A multiplied by 2dH into dt, that is the second equation. Now equating 1 and 2, we get here minus sign accounts for the decrease in the head and the orifice with increase in time interval, that is similar to the previous case. Now we get dt is equal to minus pi x squared into dH divided by CdA root 2GH, that is the general equation. Area also is in terms of h, Q also is in terms of h. Now from figure, OU is equal to R and OS is equal to R minus h. Therefore, x is equal to, and x squared is equal to 2 capital R capital H minus h squared, where R is radius of the hemispherical tank and small h head above the orifice. Substituting this value of x squared in equation 3, we get dt is equal to minus pi 2rh minus h squared into dH divided by CdA root 2gh is equal to minus pi CdA root 2g, these are all constant, is equal to 2rh minus h squared, h to the power of minus half dH, that is equal to minus pi CdA root 2g whole multiplied by 2 times RH whole to the power of half minus h to the power of 3 by 2 minus h to the power of 3 by 2. You can see here, because we have taken 2 outside, therefore we get minus h to the power of 3 by 2 into dH. Further, the total time required capital T to bring the liquid level from H1 to H2 is obtained by integrating the above equation between the limits H1 and H2. So, as we did in the earlier case, similarly 0 to T dt is equal to H1 to H2 integral h1 to h2 minus pi divided by CdA root 2g whole multiplied by 2 or h to the power of half minus h to the power of 3 by 2 into dh. If you simplify this on integrating and substituting the limits h1 and h2, we will get t is equal to minus pi divided by CdA root 2g whole multiplied by 2/3 multiplied by 2 or h to the power of 3 by 2 minus 2 by 5 h to the power of 3 by 2 h1 to h2, capital H1 to h2. That means we are reducing the tank for which time is required up to the level h2. Therefore, t is equal to pi by CdA root 2g whole multiplied by 4 by 3 capital R whole multiplied by h1 to the power of 3 by 2 minus h to the power of 3 by 2 minus 2 by 5 h1 to the power of 3 by 2 minus h2 to the power of 3 by 2. For emptying the tank completely, this is from h1 to h2. This is this long equation. This long or lengthy equation is in order to reduce the height from capital H1 to capital H2. Please be remember. Okay. Suppose as we assumed in the previous case, first case, when area was constant, in order to completely empty the tank, here we shall assume let H initial height or initial head above the device is full. Initially the tank is full. Now it is to be completely emptied, means H2 is equal to 0 and H1 will become R. But here in this equation it is not assumed that initially it is full, only it is to be completely emptied. Therefore t is equal to pi divided by CdA root 2g whole multiplied by 4 by 3 or h1 to the power of 3 by 2 minus 2 by 5 h1 to the power of 5 by 2. Suppose if you assume that initially the tank was full and it should be completely emptied, then h1 will become equal to R, capital R, radius of the hemispherical tank. Then we can substitute R1 here, here also R1, right? Then we will get some other equation that I would like to give it as an assignment. You continue this and submit as an assignment through Google Classroom so that we will see how far the students are doing some homework. Is it not so? We will stop here. Thank you.